Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the so-called statement. Let's talk about that apparently Gwabini Zungu made. There was something that Umnisi asked that was very important. Did you ever make any statement? Ugwabini, no, I didn't. Umnisi, so why do you say it's yours? They said it's mine. Umnisi, so it was forced on you. Estate objected, saying Umnisi is suggesting answers for Gwabini. And then Umnisi was like, did you ever make a statement? No, I didn't. So why do you say it's yours? Well, let's break that down. Let's break that down because, wow, wow. In a courtroom already weighed down by contradictions, tensions, and crumbling credibility, one exchange slices through the silence like a blade. The one thing that sliced now was, did you ever make a statement? Okay. Did you ever make a statement? Been straight-faced, unshaken? No, I didn't. No hesitation, no confusion, just a man finally refusing to carry a lie stitched by others. And then, so why do you say it's yours? They said it's mine. They said it's mine. They said it's his, not because he wrote it, not because he signed it willingly, but because someone decided that their version of the truth must become his. That's what happened there. And then Umnisi says, so it was forced on you. Before Gwabini could answer, State leaping up, panicked, and objected. Objection, he is suggesting answers to the witness. When the truth cuts too deep, the panic hits fast because for the first time, the forced narrative, it's being forced into the light. Exactly just that. It's coming out everything and everyone feels the shift. The judge watches on, courtroom mamas. There is a lot. The question is simple. The answer is obvious. The impact is devastating, of course. The statement that was never made, a confession that was never spoken, a truth that was never allowed until now. Did you ever make a statement? And I love how Nisi took him through the understanding of how a statement comes about. I love how Nisi took him through the realization of, I did not make a statement, actually, because this man did not understand what was happening there. This man had no idea of what was happening there. This man was taken advantage of because he didn't know the pros and cons of the entire statement taking process. He was taken advantage of. That is what is happening here. And I don't think that was unfair of Nisi to make sure that the witness understands what is being said or what the process is. I don't think that was unfair. Only the scared people will be jumping up and down saying objection, needing answers or needing whatever. It's because they know what is being asked and what is being said there is right, but it will reveal more things about the way and the processes that were taken for the statement to even come to light. I love that. And I loved Mrs. Gladbeck's. I love Mrs. Gladbeck's. Because already, Ubaloy knows that already the courtroom is drowning in contradictions and pressure. And every day there is exposes that are done in that courtroom or said in that courtroom. And they keep trying to get out of it, but they keep being buried. Because the question is simple. Did you ever make a statement? No, I didn't. No starter, no doubt, just a man ripping the bandage off a wound the state hoped was healed. How can it be healed when the person is still walking around as if, did I deserve that? Asking questions like, did I deserve that? They said it's his. not because he wrote it, not because he dictated it, not because he agreed to it, but because somebody decided, I will force it down on your throat. That is what happened. So it was forced on you. Missy had to ask that question. And when the truth starts pointing in the wrong direction, the panic becomes very, very obvious, because Mnisi wasn't suggesting, he was uncovering the truth. He was trying to understand. He was trying. The atmosphere of that courtroom is always tightened. The gallery leans forward and waiting to see. He watches closely what he makes of it. He was there. He saw what was happening. He heard the details. A man denies ever making a statement, yet the state insists it's his. Who's telling the truth, or better yet, who needed him to lie? Who needed him to lie and why? That was not a mistake. This wasn't confusion. That was a forced narrative collapsing under its own weight. They said it's yours. They said it's yours. First statement were exposed, and there is nothing that Mnisi could have done otherwise. He needed to uncover that entire situation. It was a jaw-dropping courtroom moment when Mnisi pushes Gwabini to confront the truth behind statement. The state insisted his, even though he never made it. Mnisi had to ask that killer question, so it was forced on you. The state jumped up in panic, objecting instantly, because they know what was happening there. They knew, they understood what's going to come out. I could never have done it better. Mnisi, wow. Mnisi is a goat, guys. Let's give him that. He is a goat. He does these things and he's so chilled. He's relaxed. And what I love about what was happening is that the cracks are live in courts for everyone to see, for everyone to understand, for everyone to make up their own mind. If they don't want, fine. But the bottom line is everyone was watching and everyone could see what was happening. I don't know about you, but I am happy with how Mnisi is exposing the state case. I am happy with how Mnisi is exposing the state case at all angles. I am happy with what Mnisi and make sure it's uncovered. I am so happy with how he's dealing with the state. They can try and do or say whatever. The bottom line is that they know they've been caught with their pants down. That they know for facts. They've been caught with their pants down, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing that anyone can do to save them at this point. Chickens have come home to roast. The chickens have come home to roast, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Where we are standing now, we are waiting to see or to hear from the judge. What is he going to do about it? What is he going to do about it? We are here dealing with all of this because, wow, what a wow. Those revelations, guys, those revelations, they were quite chilling. The realization that we do not have a police force that is protective, but we have a police force that wants people to be convicted for things that they did not do. They don't do their jobs honestly. That is the problem that we have. Anyway, I'll see you on our next video. Please do drop your comments and tell me what you think. Subscribe for full breakdowns of the trial. Like if the truth matters to you. Comment what you think the state is hiding. Share to expose the lies. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.